day. We're usually not home on off days. We're usually traveling, so found myself lost yesterday. Got a good nap though. It's good. Ready to go. Oh, we watched some games. We watched some of the games last night. Watched a little bit of the Giants game, but you always check in and out. But you're also probably more removed than normal. Yeah, it's a very relaxing day yesterday. Didn't do much. Just kind of vegged around. I think for us, I've said it, these guys are tired of hearing me say it, we worry about ourselves. We played very well against the Giants. We played very well on the road overall. We had a good road trip. We have to guard against a letdown. We need to come back here, and thought the level and intensity in the Giants series was top-notch, and you have to try and keep that in every game. You can't take games for granted. So we come out tonight. The off day will be officially over, and we'll have to get back to work. First of all, he's got experience. He knows how to pitch, and he threw a lot of ground balls. We didn't pick them all up. We didn't play very, exceptionally sharp behind him. And honestly, I'm not sure we really knew how to play behind him. First start for us. And as we watched him pitch, we had conversations on the bench amongst the coaches, and we'll look into that more and try to be in better spot. The inning, they got I think they sent 8 people to the plate. I think 7 of the 8 balls were ground balls. Beltran hit one pretty good. They got 4 runs. So we kind of looked at that, and that's kind of unusual. Wasn't extremely sharp, but yet he was still getting his ground balls, and we weren't in a position to pick them up. It can happen. Maybe we're overlooking it, but we'll just try and better understand what he's trying to do. See if we can't put ourselves in better position to defend. You have to ask them, but you guys have to understand, when we go into San Francisco, we don't say, oh, we don't play good here. When we go on the road this year, everybody used to ask me, oh, you guys have had road troubles. We don't think about that. We don't think, oh, we don't play good on the road. We don't play good against the Giants. We've worked to build momentum and confidence and a way about the way we play every game. And that's all we think about, is taking care of our attitude and the way we're going to approach this game, whether it's home, away, overseas. It just doesn't matter. It's a mentality and it's an attitude. We take that, we push it, and then we're going to feel confident that we'll compete if we do that. But I can assure you, we understand the importance of every game, and we will give everybody their respect. Yet we want to play the way we can play, and play uninhibited, play free. Free of worry. We don't care if they make mistakes. Aggressive, stay aggressive, continue to pressure, and it's worked pretty good for us this year. We don't want to change a thing. We don't want to start getting uptight because it's August or we're in San Francisco or whatever. We just want to keep rolling, keep pushing it, and we'll just deal with whatever we put ourselves into. It's almost become fun to do so. I hope so. We'll get guard against, as I said, having a letdown. I'm pretty confident, though, when they get out there in the bullpen, or when our pitcher goes out the bullpen, the guys start warming up, they'll be ready. We talked, like, when I first started this, one of the things we talked about was preparation and routine. When you develop a good routine in preparation for a game, it kind of turns a a certain feel on, and we've been pretty good at that. I mean, the routine's really already started for the day, and then when we come off of BP, it starts to ramp up. So we're hoping that doesn't make a difference. We had a day off. We may be sloppy for a couple of days. We may be sloppy for a game, but again, we're going to get back to the way we play. I don't know if you can ever really guard against it. You could worry about it if you wanted to, but I think the best way to deal with it is whatever happens, you just continue to push and get back. We came out of the All-Star break, we did not play good at all. It wasn't us at all, and we just kept pushing it. And I tell you, my coaches and I had endless conversations, and we tried a lot of different things, but ultimately they'll get into their routine, they'll settle down, and they'll get into it. Got to keep them loose, keep them going, and then they just find it. And we weren't swinging the bats good at all. And then we started swinging the bats better. And now we've had some exceptional pitching performances. And if you can do that, I'll bring anybody out of a slump. You get pitching like that. Outstanding, but there's stages of your beginning, and he's probably about ready. Now there's no surprises. They've watched him. They're going to start doing different things to him. He's going to have to continue to make adjustments. But I handled the pressure really well. He played well for us. Obviously, he had an impact with his bat, stole the base, and played pretty good defensively. So he's got a long way to go, and they'll start trying different things with him. He'll have to be more disciplined. But overall, we were very happy with Goldie. And I credit the team, really, and the organization for having him ready to step into that environment, and his teammates who had a lot to do with him coming in and feeling comfortable and kind of leading him in the right direction. So there's no guesswork in that at all. Our team did a real good job of that, and he responded well. I think that as the season goes on, the pace picks up for every team. And it's just like if you and I were to go out running right now for a long run, we're going to climb the Camelback Mountain. The pace picks up. Can you hang? You check out? Well, it happens in competition no matter what it is. So the pace is picked up. We've continued to keep the pace. Now, can we do that? That's what we're excited to find out. But I think our character and the way we feel continues to improve. The one thing you have to worry about is not letting your guard down, because it can happen quickly. It can turn around. And if you look at what happened to Pittsburgh, they went through a real tough stretch there. We're going to make that same trip. So you can't be overconfident. You have to be real about it. You have to come with the same approach and keep your guard up against getting away from what we do. And we'll do our best to do that. He threw today. I didn't see him. He hasn't been throwing much. Said he felt good. So I have to go talk to Crank to see about that. But he's nowhere close, I'm sure. He's been shut down a long time. Each kid, they care. You just worry about them hurting themselves. Actually, Nady kicked a cooler and almost broke his foot. He couldn't barely walk. David Hernandez threw something. He cut his finger. Nobody knew about that, and we didn't know whether he could pitch or not. Jay Up, everybody saw Jay Up, what he did. But, the stakes get a little hotter as you go. So they care. And we have to make sure that we don't go too far, because you'd hate to break your foot on something like that. I like it that you care, and I would say it's fairly hypocritical for me to tell people not to kick things or to throw things or to swear. So I have to really measure the way I do that. I try and point out why it's not a good idea, but I will also be honest about it's almost comical that I'm the guy telling you. So, okay, thank you.